Tell Francis lies, tell him sweet little lies.
Should be a pretty bad game.
Why?
The Eagles are going to win,
No AJ Brown, though.
Doesn't matter.
How about Francis having his top 2 draft picks out and still dominating?
Face fucking move. I love that I totally face fucked him.
I got totally smoked.
Yeah.
Because the Dolphins just fucked me. Yeah. 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 Oh, you had Tua and Jordan Love?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
I had Tyreek and the Dolphins defense.
Let's talk ball on the pod.
It's crazy that you can have James Cook score 28 points and I still lost. He's predicted to get like 8 points.
Fantasy. What can I say? I don't know. Sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
I got fucked.
I'm on pace to have a league high points. I don't know. I'm on pace for 180 this week.
What?
Smoking Brandon Walker.
Damn. If I could have known to put my tight end in, I would have
had the league
a
high
shot
last
at
week.
it.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, dude, the people that shit on me for Travis Kelce should send me written apologies in the mail.
Yeah.
He's
save it for the
5
show.
yards.
Is this part of the show?
I mean, we can put it in, I guess. Yeah.
This is pre-show.
Pre-show.
Pre-show, yeah, 5 yards. But wait, did you cut a tight end?
No.
Because you only have 3 now.
No, I didn't cut. I haven't moved. I haven't made any roster moves.
True.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is September 16th.
I am Adam Ferrone, joined by my co-hosts Harry Settle and Francis Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important that we say our names at the top of every podcast, so
True.
New listeners are like, "Who the fuck are those hilarious,
Thanks,
those
Ron.
bastards?
insightful bros?"
I've been following Sass at the stand, and it's so interesting to hear them introduce him as Harry Settle, and then say, "Keep it going for Harry Settle." Everyone when he comes off stage.
Yeah,
it's
I've been
a whole
trying to leave a little meat on the bone for you.
You're not picking it dry.
I come up there
No.
and eat the scraps like that movie. Did you ever see that movie, The Platform, I think it's called?
The Spanish movie?
I think it's in Spanish.
I didn't watch it.
Where it's like a prison and the platform is filled with food at the top and then it comes down and people...
That's an interesting concept.
It is an interesting
It's supposed to be
concept.
super good.
It was really pretty unsettling
Yeah.
because there's a lot of cannibalism in it.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, that's one where it seems like the concept is going to be a little bit better than the delivery.
The concept was good. The delivery was good. It's just that, I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking dark. And it's I guess a treatise on greed and all that stuff, where it's like if everyone just ate their
Capitalism.
fill, whatever they needed, there'd be enough food for it to get all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about greed?
Hate it.
Really? Gordon Gekko would whip your ass.
Yeah.
Gordon Gekko is the one who was like, greed is good.
I don't know who that guy. I don't know who Gordon Gekko is.
That's pretty good. Gordon Gekko.
From Wall Street.
Gordon Gekko.
Money Never Sleeps is the sequel.
Yeah, Wall Street Money Never Sleeps.
Nah, it's not ringing any bells
Really?
at all.
It's a
You
good
actually,
movie. You'd like that movie.
Oh, it's a
you might
movie.
get
Shia
turned
LaBeouf.
out. Yeah, you might get turned into like a capitalist pig if you watch that.
What is the movie called?
Sass is a capitalist pig.
Yeah, that's it. Greed is good.
He has like stacks and stacks of cash.
That doesn't make me a capitalist.
It makes you a pig.
You're a capitalist, but not a materialist.
You're just hoarding money.
Yeah.
I'm not
and you don't
hoarding
even
money.
have-
I have
You
my
hoard
own
it.
money.
You hoard it.
That's
know,
not hoarding
You
money.
won't give any to anybody.
I
no
give
matter
money to
what.
people. I give money to the homeless all the time.
Do you know?
No, you
Yes,
don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I'm
you
always
don't.
just handing out 20s.
No, you never have given
Yeah,
a 20.
right.
Yes, I do.
A 20?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. That
I
money
give
hasn't
money to
left your
homeless
apartment.
people
It's collecting
all the time.
dust. It's collecting dust.
Remember
It
when
is.
Kanye said, white people get money, don't spend it?
Yeah.
That's you, bro.
Yeah. It's called being smart.
That's called being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Not even getting material. You don't even enjoy the fruits of your labor. You never suckle at the fruit.
I had to do a little money count this week, and it is dusty. I had to clean it off.
You just have Scrooge McDuck stacks in the back of a safe in
It's
your
really
apartment.
not that much money when you consider it's the money that I've made from every single show I've ever done in New York City.
I just don't know how you don't go through some of it. I mean, all the cash that I get from Spot Pay goes to paying my cleaning lady.
Because I don't have slaves working in my apartment.
Yes, those paid employees, those at-will paid employees who make a great living and are only able to support their families and continue to live here in the United States of America because
Guys
I
like
am
Francis.
You're a
transferring
capitalist.
trickle
This
down
just reeks
wealth
of
He's a job
capitalism.
creator.
to
This reeks of
a
capitalism.
Polish immigrant.
Also,
who-
it sounded like you were going to say more than one person, and then you stopped yourself
well, I wanted to give you a second to interrupt.
to say it was
I
slavery.
saw it coming. I
Yeah,
telegraphed.
you knew,
Yeah,
there was, you
that
knew
was
there
nice.
was a banger on the way.
I knew there was a riff.
That's smart.
I knew there was a Riff Kingsbury coming. I knew that.
But like,
Is it
I don't,
Kingsbury?
Yeah, you were
Riff,
right.
Riff
Riff
Kingsbury.
Robinson.
like I'll keep some cash on me. Like I got probably like a hundo bucks on me right now.
Must
Yeah.
be nice.
That sounds incredible.
My wallet's filled with like insurance cards and.
It's because it's not even a wallet.
What do you mean?
I mean, what the hell is that thing?
A leather wallet? What's
nice-
so different about my wallet from yours?
Yours doesn't even have anywhere to put cash.
You can put it right in here. You
You're
just
gonna
gotta
dox
you gotta
yourself
fold
with
it
all
up
that
real
information.
thin and then iron it.
Vacuum
that.
seal it.
You
I
gotta
like my cash
press
crisp.
it-
I like it
press to
crisp.
fit into the wallet.
I like to hand my cleaning lady a bill so crisp
If you got
That she-
mugged
she
and they
unfolds
found
it,
your
it goes-
wallet,
like that.
if you got mugged and they found your wallet, they would give it back, and then they say, "Just did you just get the fuck out of here?"
No,
Like,
it would
I-
take 15 minutes to get
I
it
don't
out
have
of the
any
pants pocket.
tweezers on me to get
They'd
your
be like-
cash out.
Ripping it out of the
Yeah.
pants pocket.
I'd
It'd
be
be
like, you can have my wallet if you can remove your hand from my pocket without
you
skinning
have a
your
Chinese
knuckles.
finger trap pocket.
Yeah.
You can't get out once you get in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those reverse snake traps or whatever the fuck. Last night I was at San Gennaro Festival.
Oh.
Walking around. You know what
That's
that is?
in
Off.
Little Italy. Yeah.
In Little Italy. It's absolutely beautiful, but that brings out the immigrants in New York who have the job of holding snakes around their neck.
Oh, I've seen them. I've been seeing them. And there's a guy in Dumbo who's been doing
That's
that.
where like half of Francis's spot pay goes to paying the dudes that hold snakes.
Do you think mice are gonna come cheap? Box mice come cheap?
He immediately goes outside.
Yeah.
Look, he's only doing stand-up comedy to support his snake habit. And
Tell
there,
you what, there aren't a lot of fucking snake charmers living on Sass's block.
No, we keep
They
them
know that
away.
that is a dry neighborhood.
Yeah, we keep them out.
they're stingy over there. But there was one dude with a snake on him, and then right behind him there was an Asian lady with her 3-year-old daughter that was paying the guy to put the snake around her, and this like little Asian like 3-year-old baby was just scream crying into the abyss as someone like shrouds her in a boa constrictor. It was so fucking funny, and
Yeah,
also
dude, that's fucking
traumatizing.
That's fucked up.
You could see the generational trauma
Yeah.
like seeping into her bones at that exact
That's
moment.
literally like torture.
It's so torture. And the mom was just like, oh, just like, yeah.
Like, what's scarier than a snake when you're that young?
yeah.
Having your
Nothing.
feet bound.
Yeah, bound by a snake.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
If you really want to honor their culture, put that constrictor around her arch of her foot.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It
Take
was
it
so
to a size
fucked.
2.
So did you not watch Sunday Night Ball?
I watched the second half of the game.
It was pretty slow regardless.
Yeah. Caleb.
Bust of the century.
Yeah. What's the prognosis? Not him.
No, I think the Bears just suck. I don't think it's anything surprising.
I mean, he was throwing ducks out there though, getting sacked.
He
Didn't
looked
know
good
which
for
way
the
was
first,
up.
He looked good in the first quarter,
He was seeing ghosts for the rest of the game though.
but then he started getting hit hard,
Yeah. They
and
were
then it was
teeing
over.
off. They were teeing off on that poor fellow.
I don't know how people see how Caleb Williams is playing and how Bo Nix is playing, but then Patriots fans are like, it's time for us to put Drake May in, and it's like, why? So he can just get fucking hit hard and make 0 completions.
Patriots are good though.
I mean, yeah, but everyone's like mad because Jacoby Brissett doesn't throw more than 10 yards at a time.
Did the Patriots win yesterday?
Yeah, they lost in OT.
Oh,
It was soul crushing.
to the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Field goal?
Field
Yeah,
goal.
I mean, it was just bad coaching. They punted on 4th and 1 in OT.
What yard line?
They were the first ones to have the ball. So as soon as they punt, that means that all the Seahawks need is a field goal.
Right, I know.
So they punted, and then the Seahawks, I mean, they must have got to the field goal line in 2 plays.
Yeah, it was too
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, like, I don't know what they expected to happen.
What fuck, man. So I saw Pat McAfee posted that we are in this golden age of kickers, and I couldn't agree more. Nothing
yeah.
gets me jazzed up more than watching the inevitability of a 57-yarder go in. Or there was the Cowboys kicker last week.
Yeah.
I think they called timeout to ice him, but it was the end of the first
He
half.
was lined up for like the record.
Well, they got a fucking 5-yard, delay of game penalty or
Yeah.
whatever. But he made
Yeah.
the meaningless kick, and it was 67
It was the record, right?
yards.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
Or was it to tie the record? I think it was to tie the
No,
record.
that would have been the record.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
He's got a leg. Brandon Aubrey, stud. And then the Texans kicker has 5 or 6 field goals over 50 yards already.
Yeah.
That's what the announcer said. He's like, it's like a 300-yard drive. It used to be an anomaly.
Call me crazy.
Yeah, I think you're mistaking it with the 3-foot putt, brother.
I might get more excited about punts and kickers than any other aspect of the game. I'm into that.
Really?
I love.
Justin Tucker doesn't look great.
That's true. He might be getting old.
No, he'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
That dude is he's an opera singer as well.
Is that
Yeah.
so?
He's like
Yeah.
a great kicker and also a great opera singer.
See, I like that a lot.
Dude, that's what I mean.
sings
That's
in
right
the-
up your
I
alley.
He
love
sings
that.
in like the Baltimore Opera.
I was like that. In high school, people were like, I can't figure out if this guy's gay or is he straight because he's out there cracking skulls and dominating on the
Yeah.
fucking lacrosse field like an absolute G.
Like Troy Bolton.
And then just like Oz from American Pie, he then goes into the a cappella groups and fucks dudes.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Yeah.
Is
What
he gay
is
because
he
he's fucking
into?
dudes? Because almost cracking people on the lacrosse pitch supersedes the gayness of having sex with dudes.
Correct. I'd call it a net nooch.
It's
Yeah.
a net nooch.
Net nooch,
Or even a little +1.
dead center of the Kinsey scale.
It doesn't even black it out. It doesn't even completely cancel it out. I think it just washes it away and
Yeah.
you're just back to straight again, even despite the sex with
because
men.
that's where you're supposed to start. That's where God puts you on the earth.
Yeah.
And then you kind of find your way towards evil from there.
You know about the Kinsey scale?
No.
Kinsey scale is some guy basically said that all sexuality is a sliding scale and that everybody's not 100% gay and everybody's not 100% straight.
No. You could be
He must have not have met me.
like if a 1
100% gay.
If a 1 is so straight that you can't even look at a dick without vomiting.
Yeah, yeah.
And a 7 is so gay that a vagina makes you vomit. Some people are 2s, 3s, 4s.
When did you learn about that? Do you learn about it in
Probably
school?
in college.
I learned about
Was
it in
it-
high school.
Yeah, I would
It's a
think
weird
college.
thing to learn in high school.
Yeah. Even the guy who said it, and he's like, I'm way over here, being like, I'm very straight. But like, even the fact that he was teaching it,
Was
I
he
thought
proving he was proving it wrong?
I thought that he was. I thought it was kind of gay that he was even teaching it.
Yeah, it is weird to teach that to high school. That's like the fucking like drag reading hour or whatever.
He was basically like, he was like, you guys think you're 100% straight, but you're not.
That's
He
so
basically
weird.
was just like, this whole class, you guys think you're straight, you're not.
That's such a strange lesson in high school.
I know.
Sass.
You're actually, you might think you're 100% straight. Believe it or not, you're actually gay.
Well, no.
Just in high school. At
And it was
4 is
8 a.m.,
bi.
notes.
4 is
7 in the morning.
completely bi. 0 preference favoring men or women, right? Right down the middle. 1 is totally straight. 7 is totally gay. What would you give yourself as a number?
1.
Wow.
Straight as hell.
Well, that's an incomplete score if you know the pizza scale. 1 point what? And you can't go 0.0 because
1.1.
that's amateur. Well, that's a little bit gay then.
No.
1.1
very
It's a
is
little
like,
bit gay. Also very homophobic
That's
of you.
well, yeah. I am very homophobic and I'm barely gay.
Yeah, you put the bear in barely gay.
Yeah. Barely gay.
those
BEAR.
Barely gay and
Oh, why?
extremely homophobic.
Brother just described the Republican Party. But the Pizza Fest looked incredible. I don't know if you guys saw pictures of that. Dave looking like it was DMX at fucking Woodstock 99.
So cool. It's pretty sick. Did you
Where
go?
was that? Was on Randall's
No.
Island.
I don't know where it was.
I had to stop by Randall's yesterday. Little double header.
For softball.
Dude, we had a game yesterday at 9 a.m.
Actually, at Randall's
at
Island?
Randall's Island.
Yeah, that's not fun.
And we lost 15-0.
What about that mercy rule you were telling us about?
I guess the mercy rule only exists. You have to play 5 innings still.
What?
So I was like annoyed because I was like, let's just end this. Like, why are we still playing this? We're getting fucking destroyed.
Why are you guys so much worse than everyone else?
Because, dude, everyone that we're playing against is like Dominican, like 35-year-old dudes. And they like all have like, the first team we played against, they're all wearing baseball pants, like
Gear.
tucked
They
into
got
the
good
socks,
gear.
They, like,
cleats.
a cup
Yeah.
of coffee in the AA
Yeah.
ball or something.
The second team we played had GoPros set up everywhere. I have videos. I have footage. They posted the whole game on YouTube.
We got to see your highlights.
Dude, I am so unathletic.
No, don't
Like,
say that.
dude, it's actually like they might want to run tests on me to like figure out how to avoid ever repeating me again.
We're going to move that to 1.3 on the Kinsey scale based on that comment.
Dude, like, you know, like, or you guys can't, or Rowan, you could probably relate. Francis
can.
can't. When was the time you went like full sprint?
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I did it this weekend. I tried to sprint with my dog because I did hear that like after the age of 30, like the percentage of people that sprint is like it's like
Yeah.
8% of people ever
Yeah.
sprint again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
It's an
sprinting.
important skill.
Yeah.
It's your most basic survival skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
You
away.
gotta be able to sprint without pulling a hammy. If you pull a hammy running out
I
of like
almost pulled a hammy.
from a fire, or what else do you sprint from? Obviously, bad guys.
Yeah, gun and
Derek had to go to the ER after the first game.
what?
He exploded a tendon in his groin.
It almost makes you wonder why school shootings are so successful, because those kids sprint all the time.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
this shooter sprint too.
Do they?
I'm saying
And
they.
they also have guns.
Yeah,
No, but I'm just saying, like,
Outweigh sprinting by a large amount.
if that shooter, instead of the school, goes to
an
say
old person's home. There's
or
never old person home shootings.
the food court of a mall,
But they do that all the time.
Sbarro,
That
Panda
happens
Express,
constantly.
Orange Julius. Those people are.
And the Orange Julius people think that they're getting like a fruit-laden treat, but really they're just overloading in sugar. They're
Yeah.
the easiest ones to
The base ingredient there is
Pick off.
not Greek yogurt. It's sorbet,
Yeah.
oh, big time.
which goes straight to your hamstring pull.
they're getting a heavy dose. Yeah, it's fucked. You have to sprint.
Dude, I like thought that I was sprinting well. And then I saw one of my hits from first, or one of my hits when I was running to first base. And it's like I've never seen someone with less control over their body.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just like my head is just moving with my
I
body.
just
Like,
picture you running the way Barron Trump runs.
oh, dude, Barron Trump is so much more
Have
athletic
you seen the
than me.
videos of him playing soccer?
Yeah, he's great.
He's actually fucking excellent.
Yeah,
I believe it.
He's 7 feet tall. It's
Yeah.
insane.
yeah, he's great.
Does he have ball skills?
Yeah. He's got
Great
quick
handling.
feet. Beat the heat.
Great handling.
Really?
Looks like the type of guy who could tear up a foot ladder.
Oh yeah,
Do you think that he'll get drafted in the second round of the MLS draft like Bronny James did?
maybe.
Just like the last pick.
Yeah.
Nepo hire. It'd be sweet. I
Shador
would go
Sanders.
see Barron if he was like the Caitlin Clark of the MLS.
That would be sick.
Barron Trump just turns it out.
Yeah,
He would definitely get people. He would get ticket sales
He
up.
certainly would.
People would come see Barron fucking
he's at NYU now.
really.
Did we already talk about this? That someone said that he got denied from a bar.
No,
Being
I didn't hear that.
That's gotta suck. He's never gonna get into a bar underage ever.
Yeah.
Everyone knows he's not 21.
Yeah, but most people in New York probably don't even know who like the president
Who Barron
is.
Trump is. That's
he's
true.
not that. Yeah, exactly. Other than the fact that he's quite tall. He's insanely tall. How tall is he?
I think he's like
I'm gonna look this up.
7'8" or something.
I mean, dude, they probably know that who he is when he shows up with fucking 15 Secret Service dudes.
And like
Dude,
25
he's
bitches.
6'9".
Yeah, he's a giant.
6'9".
How tall is Trump?
6'5", I think.
No.
He's
I
not?
think he's 6'1". Donald Trump 6'1". Yep.
Really?
Oh wait, that's Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah,
I thought Trump was a hulking man.
he's a big guy.
Oh, he's 6'3".
6'3". Still though, 6'9"'s too much.
6'9" is like
That's unfortunate.
How tall is Melania or whatever?
She's
her name is?
6'7".
5'11".
5'11". So how
But
is
Eric
he
Trump-
6'9"?
Who is Donald his Barron's dad?
Yeah.
He is, right?
Yeah.
Is Donald Trump Barron Trump's dad?
Is Barron Trump Donald Trump's only child?
No, Don
No.
Jr.
Yeah,
Eric.
that's right. That's
Eric.
what I thought.
He's
And
got
then-
3 kids.
And no, and he has 2 girls.
Oh, really?
So
He has
Barron is his son with
Ivanka,
Melania.
and then he has that other one.
Ivanka's his daughter?
Yeah, that's right. For sure.
I always thought it was like
We're
an
way
ex-
too deep
I
into
thought it was
Trump
like
for you
his
guys just to be
ex-girlfriend or
learning.
something.
Yeah. to be
All right.
learning about it.
You know what's been bothering me?
Hit us.
There has been such a growth in graffiti around the city.
I don't
Start
notice
looking
that.
around.
We don't
It
allow
is-
graffiti in my neck of the woods.
Do you know in Dumbo when we ride the bike over the Manhattan Bridge
Oh,
and
yeah.
we make the curve coming
Yes.
around to get onto the bridge? There's that gray wall right next to the rat carcass that always replenishes itself.
There's three rats right out
Are
there
there?
right now. Or maybe last week there were 3.
Wow.
It was like Orion's belt of rat carcasses.
They are not capable of making the crossing.
It's insane.
The
It's-
rats.
It's like the Underground Railroad.
It really is. They look both ways. Okay, go.
They just are getting smoked. And
what
bike
do you
tires
mean?
are-
What is a rat circle? They just run in circles.
No, they try to cross from this grassy area to I don't know, and they get hit in the same place on this journey every single time.
Yeah.
And then bikers hit them, and the carcass gets flatter and
Mhm.
flatter and flatter until it becomes part of the pavement.
Yeah.
I truly don't believe it's getting picked up in the treads of the tires. I think it's actually truly becoming one with
Yeah.
the base of the city of New York.
Is it getting hit by cars?
No, bicycles.
It's only a bike lane.
Dude, hitting a rat on a bike must be awful.
Well, especially if
You
you're
definitely
biking
just
behind
feel
someone
it.
and their back tire kicks up some of the guts and gore into your face.
Get some rat kicked up into you.
Oh.
That's not good. But every single day we see these rats, and that wall is gray and it gets tagged to hell. And then someone from the city comes out, paints over it all, and within one day, it is covered again,
Yeah.
tagged. I saw a kid tagging the wall.
Did you stop
He
him?
looked like a young Slim Shady.
White boy?
So he was like,
Blonde, bleach blonde hair, short hair, baggy shit. And I looked at him as I was going by, and he kind of looked up at me. He had just finished. He looked at me and kind of as if he wanted my approval.
yeah, bitch.
They probably
I did
could
it.
tell you were an artist.
I have no discernment for what is good tagging, what's not.
You should have told him that sucks. You should have told him his
I thought
graffiti
about
sucks.
it. I thought about turning around.
Was it Banksy?
No,
How do you know?
because it was just like squiggly bullshit.
That's what you think, and then next thing you know, that'll be like in a museum somewhere.
Someone carves it out with a wrecking ball and sells
Yeah.
the entire chunk.
You know that there's somebody in our office that is an avid graffitiist.
Really?
Take
What
a
is-
guess who?
Oh,
Robbie
really?
Fox?
No, that's not a bad guess. But he's on the he's not on the content side.
Is it Greer?
It's not Greer.
Quigs?
No, it's someone much more soft spoken. Tom Mullins.
Really?
That's not surprising.
So explain it to me. I don't really understand the
punk rock.
phenomenon. This is something I don't get. What is the thrill of tagging? Why? What's the sort of reward there?
It's like
I think it's just badass.
it's like base level civil disobedience. I think.
Is it? It's the thinnest form of anarchy. You're basically kind of eroding at the
I think so.
I watched
fabric
a
of society.
documentary a while ago about the Obey dudes
Yeah.
in there because they started as a tag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's pretty good. Pretty interesting stuff.
Interesting. There was a guy in Philly named Roan that would tag everything, and people would meet me, and they'd be like, "I fucking love your work." And
Exactly. That's
didn't
what
have-
they do it for.
I didn't have the heart to tell them that it wasn't me that was doing all the tagging. And
So-
I went to Greece, and he had tagged a bench. It's a random bench in Greece that I saw. This
Wow.
guy's an international, and I think there's like a mystique about it, and there's rules to it. You don't tag too close to somebody else's tag, or
Oh,
you'll
yeah,
get
of
beat
course.
up or some shit.
tag
Yeah.
over someone's tag. I mean, but
But
isn't that
Not
kind
even
of
too close. Not even over. You can't even be too close
But
to
if
it.
someone tags over a tag, aren't you saying I'm better than this person? I'm replacing them?
The tags that I don't understand are the ones when you're like driving from like Queens into Manhattan and they'll just have like a billboard that just says like "Hail Satan, Lucifer will rise" with like this, like all these like fucking demonic symbols on it, and you're like, how has nobody covered that up? And it's been there since I've lived in New York.
Probably
it's just on a massive
the
billboard.
Satan lobby's probably paying for it.
Yeah, like isn't that one that you think like, oh, this probably isn't great for tourism or people that are moving to New York?
It's growing, I'm telling you. And you look back on grainy footage from, say, serial killer documentaries of the New York City in the 1980s and the 70s when crime was really, really high. And there's graffiti everywhere.
Yeah.
Old subway cars used to be like tagged as shit.
I think that graffiti is a precursor
It's the canary in the coal mine
to lawlessness and high crime in the city. I think we're headed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think it's always like a good signal of like you're in a bad area.
I think we should get out now while we still can.
The Mean Girls
the
were a
city.
little bit into the tagging. Remember that?
Right.
I remember walking
that.
around the city and I just see their tags everywhere.
I remember seeing the two of them tagging, and then they got caught, and fucking Alex Bennett had her arms behind her back and she spit in a cop's face like Tupac.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
I was like,
Golly.
what?
And she said, let me express myself.
No, she
you
wasn't even
pig."
pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She was
Okay.
like, fuck you, pigs,
Yeah.
A-cab.
And then when Tyreek got arrested, she tweeted and she was like, too many of us. It's her, Zach Bryan, and Tyreek.
I remember that. They were fucking pissed. And that's when people were still getting arrested. And I think to your point, if you're not going to go to jail for like, if for shoplifting or like you could fucking get into a physical altercation with a police officer, you're not going to go to jail. They're definitely not going to fucking throw you into jail for
Bro, there's a
graffiti.
simple answer to all of this.
Giuliani.
45. Soon to be 47.
Yeah, but he hates New York.
He hates libs. And you know who
Even though
graffitis?
he like lived here and built his entire empire,
Yeah.
he hates this place. So I don't see him. I don't know, increasing the police force or whatever the fuck we need to do to.
Yeah, I don't know. I just said it.
Eric Adams.
But maybe now with Barron going to school here,
Yeah, maybe he'll clean the city up.
he might do.
Yeah. Yeah. That would actually be
Yeah.
Here's
sick.
a sweet boy.
I think
That's actually not a
I think we should live near NYU dorms.
I literally live like across the
You're
street
not
from the
too
NYU
far.
dorms.
That's a
Well,
pretty-
something has to almost happen to
I
Barron.
try to stay in the area.
Let's tag Barron's gigantic chest,
body. Yeah.
long chest,
Just hold him down and
whole
fucking
torso,
graffiti his ass.
dizzy.
We'll have to bring a
jizzy.
ladder.
Yeah.
They're graffitiing our boys.
I need more cans. Someone bring me more paint.
It probably does feel sick when you're doing it. Getting
I guess.
that rattle of the can.
Well, here's the thing.
I think
My-
once you rattle the can once, I think it's like a drug. Like you're always chasing that high.
when I was a kid, instead of doodling in my notebooks, I would sign my name. I would
Yeah, me too.
work on my
Well,
signature.
that's the,
all I
that's the
would do.
gateway drug.
Yeah, but it was good cursive. It wasn't fucking cool street art. It wasn't Basquiat-esque.
Yeah.
I think that we're also seeing. I saw a video recently of a woman who must have been 67 tagging something.
Did
And
she?
I think that they're like the first wave taggers are having children and then grandchildren, and they're passing it down like a pot pie recipe.
Mm.
And they're like,
Mm.
oh, now you have to fucking tag. Here's your grandma used to be an anarchist. Now you too will be an anarchist.
Yeah.
And it's in people's blood now to tag.
I'm gonna start tagging.
I don't like it.
Red Dawn,
I think it kind of
Wolverines.
I don't think there's a whole lot of natural beauty necessarily, but I will say that the tags and all the modeled graffiti definitely makes things look worse.
Yeah.
Do you
Unless you
agree?
live in like Brooklyn. Or you guys do live
No,
in
but
Brooklyn.
they're not. This is something
I thought
interesting.
people loved the graffiti in Brooklyn. It's everywhere.
In Bushwick,
You're talking about
there's-
like murals and actual talented street art.
when I used to live in Brooklyn, there were packs
still
of
live in
20
Brooklyn.
Europeans that would go on graffiti tours, like German people with their hands behind their back, be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude, very nice line work." Like they're just people super
Oh.
excited. I don't know if it was
That's-
specifically street art or graffiti, but I think that there has to be some kind of redlining for where we can do this graffiti. If there's
Yeah.
a warehouse around, yep, do the graffiti.
Yeah, but that takes away from the thrill. You're not going to get off if you're graffitiing a warehouse where you're allowed to graffiti.
Dude,
That's what graffitiing, that's what tagging is all about.
That's
It's
what it
about
was-
the
it's how it
climax.
started.
during the
Yeah.
pandemic, when there was like all of the protests going on, I drove through past the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, and the graffiti was fucking like 4 stories high. There was
Really?
I'd never seen. I wish I had gone through with the camera and taken pictures of all of it or video, because there was so fucking much graffiti when all the encampments were down there, and then within a week it was gone. They cleaned it all up. I don't know if they painted it over. It must be a bitch to clean up fucking graffiti.
Yeah, I think it's like
You gotta use
impossible.
power washers.
Yeah.
More than power washers. You have to use some kind of industrial.
Isn't that like a community service job?
I don't think so.
Cleaning graffiti?
If it's community service, they probably just wouldn't do it. They probably just do a half-ass job and it
They
wouldn't
might
get
just
done.
paint over it.
It was stone buildings though. It was not even painted buildings.
Maybe they just use nice stone shaded paint.
It's interesting because it's never bothered me. I wouldn't do it, but also I'm trying to see if I actually care. I'm trying to reconcile as I think it through.
I think that if you started to, it's not bothering me that much yet, but I do believe that it has
coming.
grown a lot, and it's about to be a huge problem.
There's one in our neighborhood, a big one, and it's just like this. It says neck face. Have you seen neck face in our
I'm
neighborhood?
not really reading these things.
It's like a big picture it's like a portrait almost of a guy's face.
And
of
it's
a
a
neck
neck.
into a face. Yeah, face on a neck.
What if I spent the night in that rat cubby and waited for people to come out and tag and stopped them?
Dude, they would beat the shit out of you. It's probably like 20 teenagers.
I can take a couple teens.
Not that many.
If you became the Dark Knight of graffiti, that would be amazing.
You should.
Just
you should
like
do
any
that.
I'll
other-
take a spray can of it and then take a lighter and light them on fire.
Yeah. That would,
Fight
that
crime
would
with
be that would be like
crime.
a full-on bomb.
That would be amazing. But it's also if you see other crimes, you're like, no, I only do graffiti.
Yeah.
A woman's getting mugged.
Yeah.
That man took my,
took my
purse.
purse.
Not now, bitch.
That guy just wrote his last name on the wall over there.
Stop neck
Of the
face over
abandoned
here.
building.
I'm trying
You
to
should
think about
do that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was something that bothered me or just was occurring to me.
I think that's fair. You want your city to be beautiful.
I also can't stand littering, but we've talked about that.
I saw dudes painting that wall the other day.
Right. They were
power washing, painting it, and now it's graffitied again.
Yeah.
Sad.
Those guys see it as like a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more satisfying than when the city paints over your graffiti.
We've been given a fresh canvas.
Yeah.
Thanks for turning the page on my easel.
Yeah.
Love Park in Philly is like a skate park underneath, or no, not Love Park. FDR Park is a skate park underneath a bridge, and it's completely tagged up with graffiti, and that looks sick.
I don't mind that.
But it's also like, can you give a graffiti artist a safe zone,
I think we should. I think we well should.
safe spaces for them to do their civil disobedience?
I don't fuck with the tags that are like some gay ass like motivational, like the one that's like on the boat that it's like those ones that are just like,
Oh hell no!
love yourself.
Yeah, that's
That's
come
just
on.
meant for like people to like take photos in front of.
It's like
That
Los
shit
Angeles.
sucks.
Like one donut won't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like those ones like in Union Square that are just like hugging circle.
Yeah.
Love yourself circle. Stand in the circle and
Well,
love
that's not
yourself
even
for
graffiti.
30 seconds.
That's probably some sort of weird campaign. What about
I walk around those.
you
I do.
refuse to step into the
I won't step in them.
Tag
hug
those.
circle.
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed,
Kill yourself circle.
and tell me if I'm wrong about this, is that when you see actual art murals and things like that, it doesn't seem that graffiti people go and tag those.
No.
Seems like they respect other art and don't deface art.
Yeah.
There must be some so there's a code. There is a code.
There's definitely a code.
Oh, there's got to be a code. We need to get it. We should get Tom Mullins on here. Just
Let's
so
get him on here.
We can just find out exactly what the code is.
Boy, that thing Caleb just put out was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, the frat.
The free frat revisit.
I think he shot that like a year ago or something. I was worried it was never going to come out because the original video has like fucking 10 million views
I
or
know.
something.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Such a fucking banger. Such a fucking workhorse.
What would your guys' tag be?
I think probably Roan.
Sick Narf.
What's Sick Narf?
My name backwards.
Well, that's what mine would be too.
Sick.
Sick Narf.
Sick Narf too. I think I'm taking Sick Narf too.
What the fuck? How did we get here?
Sick Narf, or maybe R1 because it's like an R and then the one
that's
because it's
cool.
like RONE.
And you could make
sick.
the left stem of the R the one or something.
That'd be so tough. That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome.
All right, well, I'm back in on graffiti.
Well, I think the thing is, I think you come up with your tag, and then eventually you build up the funds to get a stencil.
No.
No, that's what it is. That's how Obey started. I mean, what's so funny about that? That's true. You get a
It's not like
stencil.
you can't afford a stencil. Stencils are not
It's not
expensive.
about stencils,
But
bro.
it's like the equivalent of like doing comedy, and you got to do open mics. You got to grind it out. You can't just go straight to
metaphorically and literally. This is all about coloring outside the lines, brother.
I think you get your
this
tag
is-
and you have
like,
to
I
get
don't think
it.
you can get a stencil until you're 10 years in at least.
Well, that's how long it takes to build the money for a stencil. What are stencils going for?
A lot, dude. If you get an illegal stencil,
Where's the line of legality on stencils?
Imagine the sting operation of the stencil factory when they find out they're giving out illegal
exactly.
stencils.
That's why you have to build up trust in the community to get your first stencil.
I think more than anything, most
And they start
most
you
of
off
these,
with a small one. You
most
like
of these
use, like,
guys
the
are
size
making
of,
their
like, a
own
vinyl.
stencils, though.
They're not making their own stencils.
They absolutely are. Banksy makes his own stencils.
Real graffiti guys are
Banksy, You're talking about
freehand.
the goat, dude.
These guys are not using stencils. They're freehand. Real for
That's
graffiti is
who
freehand.
wrote it. I
Bro,
are
if you
into.
want to tag with like it's a quantity game.
No,
You're trying to
it's
get as
respect
many
to your
tags out
freehand.
as you can.
It's not paid by numbers, bro.
It's literally, dude, it's a numbers game. Like Obey wouldn't be Obey if they didn't have 1,000 stencils and 1,000 Obey troops running around the city tagging it up.
They have troops.
Yeah,
Interesting. I think it's about getting to the
it's a movement.
most exclusive part, like getting to like the top of a building or like the side of an on-ramp or somewhere that's exclusive. And then you're like, oh, how did he get there? And then you get respect from the community.
I don't think it's that hard. I think it's like a secret society. Like I think like the dudes that are in charge of like cleaning the Brooklyn Bridge, like they have connections to the tagging community, and they'll be like, we'll help you get up top for like $30.
Have you seen that there's ones on the outside of the Manhattan Bridge?
Exactly.
Like when you're looking up.
Yeah, there's some people
and
that
it's-
are.
You're so fucking high up there, and it's like a ledge it's like in a 90s movie when someone escapes from a hotel room and they're like shuffling along the ledge.
Yeah.
It's that style of ledge, and they had to get far enough where they could bomb on it. Fucking.
That's why you need the stencil.
Almost cool. I think tagging stuff that's very hard to get to and precarious.
Dying from doing graffiti is cool.
Right.
No.
But graffitiing to death.
No.
Getting somewhere so treacherous that you die. It's like the Russian guys who climb buildings.
There's nothing cool about dying while doing graffiti.
That's not true.
I think mastering your sweaty palms as you tag
Yeah.
requires a level of composure that
Yeah, it's way cooler to live while doing
you
graffiti.
don't get until
Then
you're
people
at
go,
least
this
4
guy's
years
a
in.
fucking artist.
Yeah, but you don't even want the credit. You're supposed to be in the shadows. We need you as the Dark Knight.
They all want the credit. That's why they have tags.
I'll go spend a night out there.
We need you, cleaning up the
should
streets.
do a video where you're out, you sleep on that little area, and you wear a full Batman uniform, like Batman costume, like head to toe, and you go and like wear Roan's fucking sunglass camera,
Yeah.
and like go up to dudes and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And see how they were like. What if they flee? What if they're like, "Oh my god,
If you
He's
just
real?
appear behind them, they're just graffitiing and they don't
Problem
hear
is,
a thing.
I need to learn martial arts first, and
I
that
don't
takes a
think you do.
long time. It'd be quicker for me to get a stencil.
I don't think it would, but I also don't think you need because I don't think it's gonna ever come to fists. I think you could just be like, if they start throwing fists, just be like, dude, I'm fucking around. I'm wearing a Batman costume right now.
Like one of those YouTube pranksters. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
It's a prank. It's a prank.
Fucking cop
Yeah.
out that is.
Such a cop out.
You've done your
Dude, the
shit.
video of you, the man on the street thing. Dude, the tell us a joke funny guy.
That was awful.
Go
though.
fuck yourself. Get
That's-
a real fucking job.
All right, guys, let's take a second and talk about game time.
Game time.
We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, a football game, or a comedy show, and we always use game time. I'm actually going to the Eagles game tonight. via some tickets that I purchased on Game Time.
Must be nice.
I'm going to see Sebastian Maniscalco this week. It's finally happening. On Saturday, I am going. It's been a lot of hype leading up to this. I hope it is a good show.
Mm-hmm.
With the new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get into a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. And it's the truth. I mean, I got these tickets for the Eagles game. Bought them for my mom's birthday. Very nice. Family's going. And I just figured out where I wanted to sit. And then, bam, Game Time Picks get you a deal for a pretty reasonable price. I don't want to say it because everyone might get jealous. That's
I
want to
go see Zach Bryan in December at the Barclays Center because he just followed me on Instagram and I love him.
What?
Pretty big deal.
ZB followed you?
You're goddamn right.
What the hell?
He must have heard what you said.
I didn't say anything nasty about ZB.
No, I'm saying what
It's nothing
Francis
but
said
love.
positively.
Did I say something positive about
Yeah,
him?
you said you loved him.
I do love that guy.
Yeah.
What a fucking talent.
What if you get up on stage and sing Revival?
I would do.
That would be so sick. You
I'd
should try
rather
and
sing
do a joke. What if you go up there and he hits you with a say something funny guy? Yeah.
Beach run down on the drying line. That one. That's my favorite.
Like that. Yeah, if he hits you with the tell me a joke funny guy.
Tell me a joke funny guy. What you do?
Start singing that song
At an arena at the Barclay.
What if you just burst into 50 minutes of material
Yeah.
at the Barclay when he says tell me a joke funny guy? It's like, actually, I'm prepared for this.
So start walking out.
And no, that becomes your special. You like have to scrap your special taping because you just did a full special for 20,000 people live at the Barclays.
At the Barclay.
Point is, Game Time is the app that we use to buy all of our tickets to incredible events, live events, and we love their interface and all the options they have.
Download the Game Time app today and use code BOYDAD to easily score great deals with the new Game Time Picks feature. What time is it? Game time. Guys, Son of a Boy Dad is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp. Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity.
Mhm.
Okay, that's something that we're going to have to be honest about and face head on. What's something you'd like to learn? Gardening, a new language, maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling, boxing, fishing, poker, how to get that new trout, or maybe therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back to school era can come at any age. Of course, I've benefited from not only therapy, but BetterHelp itself. And I find it so simple because it all happens right on your phone. Pick your therapist, change for free at any time, and you say what you're looking for, they'll connect you with someone, and you could do it face to face, you could do it via text, you could do it via audio. Really, the world is your oyster, and I like oysters. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/son today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/son. We're gonna see you running real fast once I sick him on you. We're gonna see you running like a softball.
I don't want to be a part of this.
You've just kicked the hornet's nest, though.
Why?
He's gonna hold you down like
The
fucking.
man on the street army is about to come after you. And you know who they are? The street.
How are you gonna get from one place to another?
Pedestrians are about to come after you.
Up.
Yeah, they're all gonna be acting. It's
If he
gonna be like
asks what I
the
do, I'm gonna
Purge.
say I'm a graffiti artist.
Are you the guys that did Baron? You guys the guys that got Baron?
I always wanted to be a
BT?
graffiti artist. Do you think I could do it?
I just don't. Is that wrong to say? Like, I think it's bizarre to go and shove a camera in someone's face and then get mad when you don't get the answer that you're looking for. Especially when it's not even your idea. You're just going around doing the same questions that every other person online is doing.
Yeah, it's a saturated art form. But also, where will you go? I mean, Minneapolis has skywalks, so you don't have to walk on the street. In New York, there's no other alternative.
But it's just like you're basing your
Take to
entire,
the tunnels.
Like, it's not.
As if
you're-
Sassy is another reason not to go outside.
That's why the Jewish bros were building the tunnels because they
That's
didn't
right.
want to
But you're
encounter the
basing
man
your
on the street
entire. You're
people.
basing your. Yeah,
Can't tag a
exactly.
tunnel and can't see shit.
You're basing your entire like platform on other people. Like, it's not special what those people do.
So you're talking about like all of the media or like people that do interviews are all basing their platforms on other people.
Yes, exactly.
But then you'd have to acknowledge that there are people who are good at doing man on the street stuff and people who aren't. Would
But
you
exactly, there are like
Would
Kyle
you
Mooney.
call the guy who does the apartment tours, like, what do you do for, how much do you pay in rent? and then goes and see. Would you call that guy talented or no?
No, dude.
I actually like those videos though. I like going to see because
you like to see people's
like
apartments.
if he's the first person that's ever done that, then yeah.
As far as I know, I mean, it's just sort of like a more granular version of like MTV Cribs. But he's vetted those people. Obviously, they present it as if he's just running into them on the street. But
yeah,
it's like, oh, you just ran
and they have
into
the coolest apartment that you've ever seen.
Danielle Bernstein. We wore what on the street, and she just like all of a sudden allowed you to come up and see her apartment.
She got flamed in those comments though when Danielle Bernstein was on it.
Of course, she gets flamed everywhere because she's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just don't understand those videos when the person doesn't have a good interview, and then the person that filmed it still puts it out, knowing that people are going to get mad at that person. It's like, dude, that person, that was in the video was just going along with their day.
I tried, but no, he asked me if I wanted to do it.
That's because he knew you.
Oh, so no, he's probably every person that's on that show, he comes up to first and says, hey, I do this.
When we were filming with Tommy, I saw him just go right up to people.
Without asking for their permission?
I think he only did that to you because he was outside of the Barstool office, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he knows who you are.
Okay.
I mean,
but again, I gave him permission.
Adam Sandler, if he could do it, Adam Sandler swatted the phone out of his hands.
I think,
and then people are like, "Well, Adam Sandler's a fucking dick," and it's like, really?
Yeah, but dude.
No. I think that you're also underestimating how much people in the city want to be like famous and on camera too. I think that a lot of people have a different sensibility than you, where they're like, someone's filming them and they're like, interview me. Like there's still that,
I guess,
feeling of people who want the attention.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think I think it's weird. I think the whole thing is weird. I think all of those things are weird.
Dude, how funny is it that we talked about eating dogs the day before the debate came out?
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then Trump went on the debate and was like, they're eating the dogs.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe he said it.
And then he got shot again, or tried to get shot again. Or not tried, they attempted to shoot him again.
Yeah. You got to stop putting that out into the atmosphere, because at some point people are going to start blaming you.
What? What did I do?
For inspiring people to kill former and potentially soon to be president.
I don't want any of the nominees to get killed.
I know, but you keep speaking it into existence.
Where he was like, "It's crazy, no one's tried to kill Kamala yet." It's like, dude, what? What a crazy thing to tweet. As like the most powerful person in the world.
Oh,
it's literally the equivalent of like Putin tweeting and being like, "Why is no one trying to kill Kamala?"
He's like, blue check if you try to kill Kamala.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a big piece in the New York Times last week about Elon Musk's security and how he's beefed it up over the years. I got to tell you, I think becoming one of the faces of the world is not a fate that I would wish upon an enemy of mine.
Caleb and I and someone else, we were in and Chef Donnie were in brunch in Miami after, maybe it was during a Super Bowl or some shit like that. And we went to this really nice brunch place. They had a beautiful golden statue of a woolly mammoth to scale. It was lovely.
Whoa.
And we're sitting there at brunch. There are not that many people there. Great buffet, like dangling meats, dangling pineapples. They would just cut them up right in front of you. You would absolutely love it.
Wow.
But it wasn't very busy, but Jeff Bezos was just in the corner.
Damn,
with
really?
Fucking maybe 10 security guards around him.
He's got a big security detail. Zuckerberg pays a ton. I mean, think of it. Like, they can't, if they get captured, the fucking fate of Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter are tied. The stock price is tied to one person.
Yeah. It's
to
crazy.
The point where billions of dollars are on the line.
How much did the stock price of Apple drop when Steve Jobs died? Or was that
It definitely went down, but Tim Cook proved himself to be a pretty worthy successor.
Yeah.
And
have you ever seen that Key and Peele sketch? The Tim Cook one?
No.
Or it's like after Steve Jobs died, and it's Keegan Michael Key, and he's backstage and he's about to go up for the when they do like the big
And
release of like a
there's
new
one more
product.
thing
Yeah,
that-
he's like, I'm gonna make these fuckers forget who Steve Jobs ever was. And he goes out there and he's like so fired up, and then he starts pissing all over the stage. It's so funny.
I haven't seen that. No.
Are you guys
I was
gonna-
watching the Mike Tyson one yesterday.
Which one's that? I don't know if I've seen that one.
I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. And he's like, no, I'm gonna take you to a nice steak dinner, and I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna wine you and dine you, and I'm gonna take you home, and I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, right in your ass.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then the other guy's like, well, you mean metaphorically, right? And he goes even more into it because it's all playing on how Mike Tyson used to just say
Yeah.
truly the most threatening gay
I think
stuff.
fuck you in the ass is like very tame compared to the shit that he was.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll fuck you
I'll
till
eat your
you
children."
love me, faggot."
Yeah.
What did he
eat
say?
your
Didn't he say I
children.
want to eat your children in that
He
post-fight interview?
said that got misconstrued a little bit.
No, I don't think it did. He was so fired
He
up.
said it because he wanted people
I'm
to
Alexander.
feel the pain that he was going through, and the only way for them to feel the amount of pain that he was in was to eat their children.
Dude, it is that post-fight interview was like one of the best things I've ever seen. What he says, he's like, I'm the greatest of all time. I'm Alexander. And then he goes, fuck, should I just
Praise
play it?
be to Allah.
Yeah,
Praise be to Allah. It's so good,
Yeah.
dude.
Play it. Because Alexander was probably worshiping the Grecian gods, which, you know, a little bit of a zag. If it's a praise be to Allah, there's almost no chance Alexander was worshiping.
It's hard. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is
It's impregnable.
And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Oh, he did say eat your
No,
children.
it's out of
yeah.
context.
I
That
wanna
was out
eat
of
his
No, that's
children.
not the same context that I was thinking
It's out of
of.
context.
Praise be to Allah.
And the guy behind him is like, yes, you are picking up steam with this speech. He's clearly trying to do what Muhammad Ali did, but Muhammad Ali, I think, wrote a lot of his stuff beforehand or was just that eloquent.
I mean, that's a pretty good speech. That's a pretty good speech. Before he gets to the,
It's
I
a
wanna
little
eat
bit
your
all
children.
over the place, but
My
he
style
doesn't
is
lose the
impetuous.
pace.
My style is impetuous.
My defense is impregnable.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Dana
badass.
Carvey used to have a bit about this, about Mike Tyson.
What do you say?
In that time, he got his GED in prison when
Yeah.
he went to prison for being convicted of rape,
Of rape, yeah.
and came out of prison with it was as if the only things he studied were big words.
Yeah.
And he started just spattering them into every sentence. And so he spoke like that all the time right after prison.
To have impetuous and impregnable back to back and within pace, he never lost the rhythm
No,
of what he was
no.
saying. So he was a little bit all over the place with, I mean, he said he's Alexander. I'm not Alexander. I'm Sonny Liston. Like, or like just, I mean, you're saying you're a boxer and you're also a conqueror. And
Very close to getting over his skis.
Yeah.
but he never lost it.
He's right
He was,
on
like,
the right
wobbling,
on the edge.
But then he fucking lands it perfectly. It was beautiful.
One of like the first specials I ever watched was Tom Segura's, where he talks about
Seeing him on the
about
plane?
seeing Mike Tyson on the plane.
To
That bit is
Pittsburgh, yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, that's good. I have another buddy. I've told you this that was on a plane with Mike
Yeah, and he
Tyson.
had a cane, right?
It was like a week before the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, dude, we literally waited for him to hobble to his seat. I don't think this fight is happening.
Oh man, that's so funny.
They have to have him hopped up on some crazy shit.
Oh yeah,
I went fishing on Friday.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What kind?
Fly,
What fish?
trout,
Nice.
rainbows.
Who was out there?
Just me. Didn't see a single person.
That's
Jersey?
amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. I found a river where it's very shaded, so the water temperatures aren't too hot to trout fish. Brought my thermometer with me, 60 degrees, flat, perfect. Ideal temperatures.
Mhm.
I caught 2 trout, and then I saw the biggest trout I've ever seen in my entire life. And I extended my car rental I spent 2 hours trying to catch this fish and I never got it.
Well,
I had it go up and go to eat the fly and then deny it at the last second and go back down. It's probably how it's so big.
Because it's smart.
It's probably knows.
It's got a big brain.
Dude, I turned a corner and there was it was a massive boulder. And I turned the corner around the boulder and there was a really slow, deep pocket of water. And I saw it right there. And it took a second for it to see me. Dude, it was like this big underwater.
Oh my god.
Which means it's even bigger out of the water. And then I went, and so it spooked when I saw it. And then I went into the woods and went back around and got on top of the boulder where it wouldn't see me. And I cast it at it. Dude, I must have changed flies 50 times. And I never could get it.
That's why you do it, though.
I know.
That's why you're out there.
If I got it, it would have been the greatest moment of my life.
How would you have even taken the picture if you got it?
I don't know how. I don't think I would have been able to land it.
Really?
It was so big, dude. And then when I was walking away, it jumped out of the water to eat a fly. It literally sounded like a human just cannonballed into the water.
Teasing you.
It jumped out?
Yeah, it was the loudest.
Glenny Ball's doing a
Dude, it was
belly flop.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
Public pool off a floppy diving board.
But I caught a good one. I caught like I don't know, 15 inches or so.
Pics?
Yeah, I got a picture.
Hell yes. I would have loved to see the picture of that big ass one. That's the fucking dream. You'll get it someday. It'll probably be 15 years from now.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna go back. I caught this little guy. Nice rainbow.
That's not bad.
Nice bow.
That's good eating.
I made $500 playing poker this weekend.
Damn, really? Where at?
And I was down 200 and bought back in, and then made it all back. Tripled up on one hand.
Really?
Where were you? The shipping containers?
9s full of 8s, beating ace high flush, not flush.
Yeah, where? Where was this?
Upstate.
Oh,
It
nice.
was like 7 people playing.
At a private game or at a
It
casino?
was just a fun game. Yeah, it was a fun game with friends.
Nice.
Not anything like.
So you made
super
the most money
organized.
then?
No, another guy made 1,200.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's more gratifying, I think, when there's a finite amount of money that's being exchanged than as opposed to at a casino when there's always someone winning more money than you and there's infinite money to be made.
Yeah, I agree. It was nice to sort of come back after really being down, and I was also pretty tired and didn't really want to be there, and so kind of begrudgingly bought back in and wasn't planning to really, and then all of a sudden.
How are you playing? What was your you
I'm
playing pretty
terrible
slow?
at poker. I'm terrible at poker. You know, I leaked away the first 200 over the course of probably an hour and a half. Just kept losing hands. Not, I'm not very patient. So after, getting 6-3 and 9-4 10 times in a row, folding, you start playing those hands, and then all of a sudden you get a pair of 4s and you're like, oh, I'm on the hunt. And then someone flips over like pocket aces and you're like, what am I?
I don't know how to play poker at all.
You'll get into it at some point in your life and you'll love it.
I got a book when I was really young on like all the
Blackjack and everything.
hands that you can get.
I think there's not much less cool than playing a silly, dumb game of poker like that where everyone's pretty drunk and no one's really
It sounds really fun.
trying that hard. And then there's one person who's sitting there like fucking shuffling their chips and calculating pot odds and literally reading the faces and betting habits of everyone at the table. You're like, dude, this is the equivalent of financial rape. You
But
are
also, like, if
taking it. You're waiting to prey upon all of us, all of whom are like just having a good time and trusting that there's no shark at this table. We're playing on the type of table that some Bills fan would go through. And, it's 1 a.m.
It's got rings from beer pong on it.
Yeah, like what are we doing, dude?
But also, I feel like if you're into poker, like if you play a lot of poker and then you play in like a friendly game, it's probably hard to turn that off.
No, you can't. You can't. And I mean, Owen's really good at poker. Any thoughts on this?
He's incredible.
Do you think that it's? It almost seems unfair, as if there should be like a handicap system where people who have true poker tournament experience should be assigned a certain number where they cannot play with amateurs in that type of setting.
You're talking about DEI,
if it's
bro.
for real money. Yeah. And now I get, it's like, well, why would you let that person play? Well, you don't always fucking know. But that's always true at casinos too, right?
never
That's
know.
seen in rounders.
And that's why people will give you a little okey doke. They might play dumb or whatever. Let you think you got one. White man can't jump you a little bit.
I have one more question, Owen. So when I had the nines full house, I had 2 pair off after the flop, and then the turn made my boat. Other people were still betting. And so I think it's called like Hollywooding, right? Where I was being like, should I call? I was like hemming and hawing. But I did that in order to coax more people to stay in the hand. In the World Series of Poker, whenever I watch it, people get mad at people who like do that, right? But isn't it an important technique to maximize your value? So I've never understood that disconnect of like why it's frowned upon to hem and haw and put on I don't know if I should call when you know you have the nuts.
I think it's more if like the betting's already done.
Slow rolling. I see. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not what I was doing.
I hate unwritten rules just in general.
Those are my favorite rules.
Unwritten rules suck so fucking
Actually,
bad.
my favorite rules are written rules, and then
You like written rules
I like written rules.
because you're the eldest. That's a
Isn't he
proponent.
younger than you?
I'm saying of his flock of children.
No,
Old ass.
I have an older sister.
Oh, you do?
She's older.
Really?
It's just the two of us. I'm the youngest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're the youngest, and you like rules?
I mean,
The youngest is
now,
supposed to
the
the
be.
youngest
older
never
I've
actually
gotten,
has to
the more I
follow
like
rules.
rules.
Yeah.
I like rules. I also like people who follow rules. It's just order. I'm an efficient person. I unpack my suitcase the moment I get home.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's
insane.
crazy.
That's insane.
My suitcase sits on the fucking ground.
Or if I unpack my suitcase
months.
within like an hour of getting home, I'm like, I deserve something nice.
Yeah.
I'm about to go shopping or something. I'm
Just
gonna get a
makes me-
Cinnabon.
It makes me feel good to reset my my space.
Yeah. Your
Throw
landscape.
shit in the laundry. Like get it going. Fucking
Like the
Keep it
unwritten
clean.
rules of baseball, and it's like if you break the unwritten rules, then they'll like throw a projectile 95 miles an hour
Yeah.
at you. It's like, it's an unwritten rule.
Dude, I
like
think-
we're
Oh, I
allowed
also
to
went to
assault
the I
you.
went to the Red Sox Yankees game on Thursday
was that the one that ended with
in extra innings.
a walk off or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick game.
Yeah, I went with Derek.
Wait,
and
did
Pat.
Aaron Judge hit the walk off?
No.
Did he break his home run?
That
slump?
that was game 2. I wasn't there for that
Okay.
one. That was the next day.
Dude, how nuts is it that in 1 week we're gonna be doing Surviving Barstool?
There's gonna be a lot of unwritten rules broken there.
Shit's bonkers.
Shit is bonkers. You should come. You should just join the game sneakily.
Can't.
Why not?
I gotta go to a wedding.
Oh, your Indian wedding.
My
You're
Indian
going to your
wedding.
Indian cousin's wedding.
Yep.
Indian summer. 12-day wedding.
Huge wedding.
It's big, I think.
They have huge weddings.
It's a big
500
wedding.
people.
It's not in India. It's not actually an Indian wedding.
But it's 6
I don't know
days
if you
long.
didn't notice I'm not Indian.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and since when do you have to be Indian for your cousin to be Indian?
Right. Adoption.
Yeah, I guess. But I think if you're adopted,
If someone
you probably
fucks an
don't
Indian-
have traditional Indian weddings, right?
Think about when someone fucks an Indian.
You don't get to prescribe the type of wedding that they have based
True.
on their adoptive practices.
You are. That is true. And I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna fall back.
I think white brothers should be able to have an Indian wedding if they want to, just like white brothers who grow dreads.
My dad had to go. My dad's been to a bunch of Indian weddings, and he has the
Sorry.
soiree, and he went out one time he came downstairs wearing it. And I was hooting and hollering.
My dad wore a sorry to his like a birthday party one time.
Really?
His own birthday party.
That's so
It's like-
funny.
I don't even think he was being funny. And
No.
it was so funny.
I don't think my dad was being funny either.
Yeah, I think there's like a sect of white bros that fetishize Indian culture that are like super into it.
I can't get over kilts. I don't like that look on a guy.
Well, it's crazy that their balls are just flying around.
Well, it's that, and it's also the hairy legs in a skirt for whatever reason. That combination.
Don't they usually
is
wear
so
long socks
off-putting.
though?
Yeah, but there's always a little patch of kneecap.
There's a patch.
That's goatish.
Yeah, there's a patch of fur.
There's some fur
Yeah.
between the hem of the skirt and the top of the sock.
Yeah.
Bagpipes as an instrument also make no fucking sense. Every other instrument kind of like, yeah, like that. It's what was it, like the stomach of a sheep or some shit like that?
Oh, I think you're right about that.
But like every other instrument, it's like you blow into it and the noise comes out, or you pluck the string and the noise happens. Like bagpipes are so complicated. There's no other instrument that's anything like it.
They require circular breathing too, don't they? Don't you have to breathe in through the nose while exhaling through the mouth?
I believe so.
Which I can't fucking do, bro.
No, that shit's
My
impossible.
nose is. I need to. I have an appointment with the ENT as soon as I get back from surviving Barstool.
It's one of the best things I ever did.
Breathe, bro.
Wait,
Yeah.
you breathe through your mouth as you're breathing through your nose? Is that even possible?
Breathing through your nose as you exhale through your mouth. You're blowing through your mouth.
Wait, how do you exhale and breathe in at the same time?
Some people can do it. It's called circular breathing.
Eminem does it. That's how he can.
That's how he can spit so fast.
So he can spit the fucking bars, bro.
Some of them, fucking love that shit.
I fucking
You make
love
elevator
it.
music.
You make elevator music. And he couldn't say that unless he fucking circular breathe.
Yeah.
I had that rap battle
Oh yeah, the
thing this
nicest.
weekend.
How was it?
yeah.
It was actually fucking awesome.
It looked
Looks
sick.
good.
It was really good. There was a good crowd. All the performers were pretty funny and like no
Any
one
brawls?
Huh?
Any brawls?
No brawls.
Any like old beefs?
There were like a little bit. It kind of like trickled over, but
Yeah.
nothing too crazy. I
Yeah,
told
like I
us.
haven't seen him since 2007.
Yeah, it was that kind of thing.
Really?
But it's the compliment battle though.
Yes, so that's why
So
I
you gotta
told the
bury it.
security guys take the time off.
Yeah. Did you really sit this one out?
Sit
it's
this
like,
one out.
It's like
Ha-
50 when he threw the bulletproof vest into the crowd.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like
I don't need it anymore.
it's like when Trump threw his bulletproof vest in the crowd. They can't touch me here. But I just told him have a weed seltzer,
Yeah.
have a New Amsterdam, kick back, enjoy yourself. You know,
It's going to be nothing but love here tonight
nothing but love.
at the Barclay.
At the Barclay.
Guys, I hate to do it. I gotta bounce.
Fair enough.
Fine by me.
I'm sorry. I've got to
I'm
shoot.
My stomach is not feeling good at
with
all.
Dana Beers.
Oh yeah, in
Yep.
here.
No, we're gonna go.
What? You're not
shoot.
using this
We've
fucking
already shot
incredible
here.
set?
We already did the part that's for here and
Oh,
here.
so you're just shutting it down now?
No, we got 5 more to do.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's
Who else is coming in?
bonkers.
Can you
I'm
tell
not
us or
sure
no?
yet. I don't even have all
Fair
the
enough.
guests booked yet. We're waiting to hear from a few people. So
Fair enough. Francis will be in Austin this weekend.
Creek in the Cave Friday and Saturday, and Roan will be there on Friday with Pup Punk. So come to the shows, and then we'll go right to the Pup Punk show after.
Yes.
Tickets at punchup.live/Francis Ellis.
Come to Francis's shows. And Sess?
I'm going to be in Baltimore in October.
The Port.
The Port. Me, Sahib,
Oh shit!
Singh, and Mook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. There's an amazing street food place that you got to check out. I already told you to check out Thames Street Oyster House. I actually think this other place is more to your liking. It's called like Ekibon.
Ekibon.
It's amazing. It's 2 blocks from the Port.
Sweet.
Yeah, enjoy that. All right, everybody. Thank you.
See you guys later this week.